Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm BigCeaz, and today we're talking about a little situation we have with the dude you all might know, Paul Bissonnette. As you all know him as BizNasty, or should I say, Busy Boy. And today I have two special guests who are going to help me tell the story. My two and only awesome, well, not only friends. Can't say that. Everybody will kill me. No, but my two special friends, Cam and Shauna. Cam, welcome.
Thank
Episode
you.
4. It's
Yeah.
been a while. It's been a while. Wow. First of all, I just want to thank everybody for their love and support. What a journey it's been, right? I mean, I couldn't imagine that what happened. It all started with one video, and we're gonna share with you guys. And it's literally blown up where it's literally national news. And I don't know about you guys. Did you guys think it would get this big?
No idea.
I'm pretty sure none of us did. I mean, like most Panther fans, we all shared a mutual disdain for one Paul Bissonnette, just for his loyalty towards the Toronto Maple Leafs and his flip-flopping back and forth between supporting us during the Cup last year and Edmonton last year,
And
I
think
feel like he's an Edmonton fan more than Toronto fan because I remember last year all too well.
that's why I was so confused when he posted that video. I'll pull it up here in a little bit, but I was so confused because last year he was all about Edmonton, go oil, go, and all this stuff with the spitting chicklets, RA, going to the games, they're partying, and then you had that girl come on spitting chicklets, flashing her tits. I mean, I mean, I kind of had my own tits in the background, but we won't go there. But yeah, it's crazy how he switches from team to team. It's like everybody calls him the bandwagon fan.
And even his own guys are calling him out too. You've got Yandel calling
Ryan
him out.
Whitney,
You've got Colby Armstrong calling him out too.
Right? It's insane. So when he came out and he started throwing dirt at us 27 and a half fans, and then all of a sudden here comes Toronto fans to help him out and back him up saying, you mean 26 and a half? Ha ha ha. Screw you guys. But no, it was as soon as I saw that video, which I'm going to play here real quick, I thought it was a perfect opportunity for me to kind of back up our Florida Panther fans. And I think Kirby and I were talking about it before. I was like, I'm going to send a video. I don't know how it's going to do, but he's like, go ahead, do it. You never know what's going to happen. So we ended up doing it. And this is the video where it all started. He ended up posting a video. See you in round 2. It's going to go be biblical. Your ass is grass. Brad, and I guess for Brad Marchand, because he's now a Florida Panther. And let's take a look at what he had to say that day.
It's been a minute since we've been in it. And now you're gone. Took 6 games, but we got the job done. Chief, what a call, putting patches in. Golden apple, that's clutchness. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we signed him. Domi, what a fucking play behind the net. That patience backhand. Oh my goodness, Willie Styles. If we ever needed a game out of you, it was tonight. Your name wasn't even on the lineup card. Whoever saved that one, give him a fucking raise. That is so ridiculous that even happened. But what a save. And now it's on to Goliath, the Florida Panthers. And we have unfinished business with you. You hear that, Bennett the Menace? Huh, Matthew? You just took down your brother Brady, and now we're coming for you. And Brad Marchand, my arch fucking nemesis. I'm going to take you down once and for all. You hear me, Brad? You're going down. You're going down, buddy. Put the war paint on, because it's go time. It's our year. Go, Leafs, go! Go, Leafs, go! Yes!
You know, it's been a month and that has aged like fine wine. My goodness.
That's why I'm laughing so hard. Also, did he blink? I don't think he blinked. I think he did not blink.
I don't think he blinked either. I know a lot of people are like, Caesar, can you blink? Can you blink? Like, oh my goodness.
You were
So
just doing your Biz impersonation
Yeah.
of not blinking.
who did it better? I don't know.
I don't know,
pretty
man.
well.
There was some intense stares that you had into that camera. I will give you that, C's.
So take us through the moment, Caesar, as
Oh.
you watch this video
You know,
online. What's going through your head after you watch this video?
so it's crazy because a lot of people ended up tagging me on that post. They're like, BigCeaz, look, Paul Bissonnette calling us out.
Even
And then
before,
my
even
friend-
before you even posted.
This was before I even posted. And then I got a text from a friend, Jimmy D. Shout out Jimmy D. He does cowboy content, and he's actually a big New York Knicks fan. You met him, Cam, at the game. He's
In the cold zone, in the Coors Light cold zone.
yeah.
Yep, I remember.
So he's a really good guy. So he tagged me on it. He's like, "Cease, you got to do something about this." So people are like encouraging me, and I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just go ahead and do it. So I came up with this video, and that's how it all started. Oh, Biz. You know, you would think you would have learned your lesson last year after the Florida Panthers wiped the crap all off the ice. All 27 dirtbag fans. Really? That's all you can come up with? Really? You know, well, at least these 27 dirtbag fans got to touch the Stanley Cup. Got to feel it. Got to witness it. Have you seen the Stanley Cup champion brought back to Toronto? Oh, that's right. They haven't won it since 1967. Oh, wait. Last year, weren't you an Edmonton Oiler fan?
Burn.
Damn. You can't seem to make up your damn mind, Biz.
Burn.
Who is it? Toronto? Edmonton? Which one of these teams are you going for? You know what, Biz? I like you. I actually do like you. But when you bring our Florida Panthers fans into this, that's when I draw the line. Normally, I don't talk shit. I usually just let the play do the talking. And I let the players handle it on the ice. You really think you can beat the Florida Panthers? Dennis the Menace. Chuck E. Cheese. Sexy Jones. Alexander Barkov. Carter Verhaeghe. Sam Reinhart. Etu Luosterainen. Anton Lundell. And your one and only nemesis of yours. Brad Marchand. Let's go. Because he wants some more of that Toronto ass. Panthers in 6, baby.
Yeah, I actually want some Dairy Queen right now, to be honest with you. Now that I'm thinking about that Marchand.
Hey, we need to go out and get a blizzard if we win this series, right?
What's your topping, Caesar?
Ooh, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. I don't even remember what Marchand said he got. I'm a Heath
It was
bar.
I think it was.
Was that Lundell?
I think it might have been Lundell that said he got the Heath bar. Yeah.
So I think Brad Marchand had a cookie dough. If I'm not
There you
go.
Yeah, I know one of the boys that went at least had my order, and I was like, yes, it's my order. I feel seen. I'm not the only one who gets that weird chocolate bar.
So what did you guys think when you saw that video?
We were dying laughing, dude. Especially as soon as you brought out the rat. That was the touch. That was the icing on it right there. The Marchie. Oh, Marchie.
Should have ended with this Marchie.
It was crazy. But I did not think it was going to go viral. Shout out to Paul Bissonnette. Biz, he actually ended up liking it and retweeting it, and he posted, I believe, a reply with the middle finger, and he says, "It's on." So that was great. Here, I kind of got it right here.
And how many takes did you do that video, or was that just one and done?
It was just one take. It was just one. literally.
One big wonder, this guy.
So there it is. It's on. And ever since that, back and forth. Back and forth. It was such a great moment. Um, what did you guys think was gonna happen? Or when I sent you the tweet, what did you guys for him and for his reply?
I think we were all shocked
Yeah.
that he actually responded. I mean, like you said, that you were initially just thinking, I'll just post it, and he's probably not going to see it. But it'd be funny for us to see. We all loved it. The fact that it reached him, and definitely not only him, it definitely reached a whole bunch of other people in the hockey community also, and definitely gave a lot of people a great laugh.
And did he start following you then too?
That was like, I think that night he ended up following me. Spitting Chicklets started following me, and it was, but like you guys said, like just the hockey community, the hockey Twitter world or X world was just loving it. They're like, man, I've gotten so many messages and replies saying this is the best Twitter or X rivalry in history. Caesar, you are in support of us Florida Panther fans. We love it. Thank you for having our backs. You're so inspirational. Give it to Biz. And Cam, you saw it firsthand yesterday.
Oh,
just
man.
the amount of people, the love and support that came up to me is just overwhelming.
Even from those Carolina fans as well, man.
Carolina.
It's not just down here. You've got a lot of people that have seen everything that you've done, and you've brought a lot of joy into everybody's life so far this postseason, and that's great, man.
Yeah, and it was all through fun and games. At the end of the day, we're all one happy hockey community, and it's just a sport. Whether we win or lose, we all can come together and agree on that. We can we can use this as some motivation in our life and some happiness in our life, with a lot of politics and everything going on in everybody's life, negativity, something to brighten up the mood, right? And I think this was such a great opportunity for both of us to use our platforms and get people to jump on board and to use this as a motivational tool.
Yeah, and it was so cool in our group chat too, behind the scenes of trying to come up with ideas, like what do I say to Biz next? What's this video? Try this, do that. And looking back on it too, Caesar, how did you feel when the Leafs were up 2-0 and you're going up against Biz online and he's talking all of this shit to you? What were you generally thinking?
Honestly, it kind of all started with game one because I was kind of Kirby and I and our group on the Cats and Rats podcast. Kirby and I were the only ones to tell everybody Toronto is actually really good. They're better than they were the last couple of years. So don't be surprised if we lose a few games or if this goes into game 6 or game 7. And a lot of the Panther fans are like, oh, no, they're still the same Toronto. They'll lose in 4 or lose in 5. I'm like, okay, I don't know. And it all they won the first 2 games, right? And after the first game, here's Paul again.
I think this is when he was smoking his weed actually to celebrate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And guys, remember this shirt because it'll show up again later.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, did we lose the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no sound.
I feel like you don't even need to hear him. You can just tell from the smug look on his face.
Everybody can literally just go to the post and stuff. So,
but look how happy he looks.
Look at that grin. Oh my gosh! When I saw that post, I was so upset. I was so pissed, and I ended up posting a reply to his post.
Honestly, that's a very nice smile on him, though. We should use that picture for publicity.
And I kind of gave him a clap back on here to prove my point. Little golf clap.
Little golf clap, yeah.
Which he's enjoying right now, right?
Good fucking job. 1 win. 1 win. You beat us 1 win. 1 game. You beat us. Not playing our game. It's on. Panthers in 6. Let's fucking go.
Oh, he called it in game 1. Almost.
No,
Almost.
even before he said
yeah.
Panthers and 6.
Yeah, I said in the first
Yeah.
video Panthers in 6, but just a little clap because I knew he was going to be on his all-time high horse there. You know, they won one game, and then it got into game 2 where things got a little interesting. And he was like, you know, I think he posted a video where he was like, cool, calm, and collected. And oh man, I was at the arena and I was so upset, but you know what? It's all right. It things happen for a reason, right? So, kind of trying to pull it up here. Let's see.
And I will say too, I called it like the first game at my house. I was like, hey guys, don't hate me, but the Panthers are going to lose the first 2 games. And then everybody looked at me like I had 3 heads. And I was like, it's a feeling. I don't know why, but we'll win the next 4, which that part was wrong, but we did win. So that's all that matters. We did win 4.
They won the next 3.
They won the next 3.
Won
Yep.
game 7,
Yeah.
which I think actually makes this feud even better that it went to game 7. So
We
I
got one
honestly
extra day.
feel like it was orchestrated for you and Biz to have the most games for this feud.
Right? And it was off to game 3, the first game at home. Shauna was with me, right? We were like, okay, we're down to nothing. We need to come home. We need to bring the house. We need to like win this game. This is such an important game. So, we were able to pull it off, right? And
Right.
it was,
And that was the day before your birthday.
yes. So that was
And-
like, and for Brad Marchand to win that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
On his birthday.
on his birthday, nonetheless, right?
and then to see Biz with that little mustache on the TV go, anyone but him. Anyone but him.
Right? It was just like, oh man, it was epic. It was epic. And I ended up sending him this one because he ended up sending me a middle finger when they were up 2-0. So I sent him this video after game 3. Let's see here.
From you.
Hey, Biz, guess what? I got something for you. Let's go, baby. Let's go. One game. One game. Let's go, baby. What do you got? Go, Pats, go. Go, Pats, go. Woo!
I could see the adrenaline running through your body, man.
I don't think I blinked one time there, did I?
Oh man! And just so everybody knows, that image of Caesar's mouth wide open with the middle finger up, that's now my contact photo for Caesar.
You know what's crazy? People
Perfect.
started messaging me saying, dude, you're a meme now. Which is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
I
And a
love
little
it.
behind the scenes about that video was that Caesar originally started to do the video without recording. And I'm like, wait, I don't think you're recording.
I was like, damn. But
But it
usually
came out great anyway.
it came out better
was
the second time. So
the adrenaline, it was there. And I love
Right.
too, even though you have people, you're like, I'm doing it myself. Like all of these videos were, except for the Roland video, were filmed like by you.
no, it was great contact between him and I. It was 2-1. I was feeling confident. You know, I was like, okay, if we win another game at home, you know, things are going to change. He's going to start getting nervous because we all know how Paul is, how busy boy
So,
is.
Was it at this point that that they were mentioning you already on the Chicklets podcast, or was this after game 4?
This
that they
was
started
after,
mentioning you?
I believe it was after game 5 they started mentioning me. So, but they started reposting stuff, and that's when I started like making. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting bigger than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be like a little back and forth at it with him and I, nothing more. But then people just started private messaging me like, dude, we love it. Keep going after Paul. We fucking hate him. Fuck Paul Biz. Fuck Paul BizNasty. I was like, damn, this is actually really cool. The love and support that I'm getting from all the fans and stuff, it was unreal. And I ended up going to get an MRI one day, and You know, I was in there in the car, kind of drinking my cafecito. Cam, you know what the cafecitos are here in South Florida.
Whip up
I
that
know
sugar.
too.
Gotta whip up that sugar.
Yeah, both of you guys. So if you all know, drinking a little cafecito puts a little bit of hair on your chest, right? So as soon as I took a little sip of that, I'm like, "Ooh, I gotta make another video here." Dude, game 4, it's on. So, and it's funny because Kelly's husband, Alan, my best friend, was driving the van, and we actually did a first take at the hospital. He's like, dude, that didn't work out. Let's go get some coffee. You need to wake up. You need to like get some oomph in there. I'm like, okay. And this is what came out.
Rise and shine, motherfucker. Guess what? One more game, Biz. Hope you got your big boy pants on. It's fucking on tomorrow night, bitch. See you there.
So zero blinks again, Caesar. That's why I was saying you definitely had some intense stare downs with the camera during this.
It was
during
game
this
on. It was game on.
Yeah.
And this was on your birthday too, that video.
Yep, it was on my birthday.
Yeah,
so
I will say we'll get more to the birthday. One of my favorite responses though to that video of yours, which I think we all agreed was pretty funny. Someone said that you got the extra large coffee, which I thought was very. I thought that was actually a little funny. I mean, we got to give some people some credit, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And shout outs to RA. He ended up tweeting me that day. Happy birthday, my man. Just saw this awesome clip of you and had to maybe and with you and Maurice last year. Great stuff and enjoy the day. So shout outs to RA when I met him last year. I know he gets a lot of bad rap, but he's actually a really good guy when we met him. So
super nice to all three
so
of us.
Nice.
When we met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in the Spin Chiclet family has been so amazing.
Yeah.
Nothing but love for them. But
Caesar, do you want to show the picture that Cameron made of Biz for your birthday?
Yes. Which one?
The one that was the Brad Marchand one that we photoshopped to say happy birthday, Caesar. Cameron's pulling it up.
I might be able to grab it pretty quick if you can't find it, Caesar.
Okay.
Because I thought when he did that when TNT did all that for Brad Marchand,
oh, that's
this
right.
is perfect for Caesar's birthday in 2 days.
Yeah, so the
what's
TNT
crazy,
posted a couple things. They posted that on TNT of Brad.
There we go.
Biz.
There we go.
And then that was what they actually
That was the
had.
day before, right?
Yeah, so that was what they actually had on the set. That was on Brad's birthday. That was the day before your birthday. So what our idea was...
the game 3.
Yeah, so the game 3. So our idea was like we should Photoshop it to say happy birthday, Caesar. So what we did is we not only Photoshopped the happy birthday, Caesar, we put Paul's favorite guy right there, right on top of Willie Nylander over there. So not only is he wishing you a happy birthday, he's also got Brad Marchand right behind him.
We ended up using that on our show, Cats and Rats Show, because we thought that was so perfect. Like coming into my birthday, Brad's birthday was that day. What a perfect way to end that day. And
what else did Biz do on your birthday?
It was something that blew my mind away. And I'm going to try to pull it up here. Hold on one second. I found the video, but before we go into the video, I kind of wanted to show this, and I kind of was like, oh my God, no way. Did they actually like recognize? This is when I think Spittin' Chicklets and Game Notes mentioned me on the show. And this was on May 14th, the day before the game. Or the day that Brad Marchand won the game. Keith Yandel and Mers they have their podcast every Friday. So they ended up mentioning me, which was pretty cool. I was like, oh my God, they actually know the beef between me and Biz. No way. So here's the clip.
Last year, Connor got it instead. I think if Florida, if you like Florida, look at this. Shit. If you like Florida, do you not like Bob 25-1 instead of taking these other bets?
Guys, this is Caesar. This is Caesar, the guy that Biz is the guy that's tweeting at Biz. Thanks for coming on, Caesar.
Shout out Lil C's, dude. What a
he's
real
unreal.
one.
I wanted to get him to send a clip to us
Little
today
Caesar.
to use going after Biz a little bit, but
I want to
So
try to
for
find
those
it.
listening only at home, Keith Yandel, Florida Panthers, a real ambassador, a guy that actually played on the team, is here to talk.
I might
Florida
get Little C's an ambassador's jacket for the Panthers. I mean, he's played just the same amount of games Biz has played for the Leafs that he's played for the Cats.
I mean, this guy's electric, and the fan base and it's starting to pick up.
Dude, when he said that, I died laughing.
I didn't die laughing. I literally screamed in my house, "Oh my God, they mentioned Caesar!"
Where's the jacket, Caesar? Where is it?
I'm still waiting for it,
We're
Yans.
still waiting.
I'm still waiting for it. And by the way, Yans, it's BigCeaz, not Little C's.
Yeah.
But you guys did correct it after, so we're okay.
Yeah,
But-
unless Little C's, Caesar's Pizza,
There you
wants
go.
a sponsor.
There's a sponsor right there.
Caesar's
I'm
podcast.
looking
We're
for
looking
some
for
sponsors here.
sponsors.
There
So
we
Big
go.
C's, sponsored by Little Caesar's Pizza.
That'd be
Sounds
great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But what did you guys think when you saw that? Like when he was like, he's on, and little did I know they were talking about Yandel being.
Yeah, I
Big
was so
C's.
confused. I'm like, is Caesar on here and he didn't tell us? And then Yandel's on. I'm like, that's not Caesar.
What a epic moment when they
Oh, yeah.
when I found out Merles and the rest of the guys knew about the beef Biz and I had. That was freaking. I was like, damn, this is bigger than I thought. This is awesome. And a lot of people in the community, like in our X community, were like, dude, we love you, Caesar. Thank you for supporting the Cats, the small fan base here. And it's not really as small anymore. It's growing every year. This is our third year in a row to possibly be in the Stanley Cup final. How crazy is that to think?
It's unfathomable
Insane.
considering where we were at so many years ago.
Right. Especially too, because Caesar and I were always like, time to hunt. Maybe next year we'll make it to playoffs. You know, I remember back when like Keith Yandel was on the team.
Right?
Like how much we have changed
So,
since then. And it
that's
was
why-
crazy too. That clip we thought was like the peak. We were like,
We're like,
"Oh my
yeah,
God,
they said his name.
you made it, Caesar.
Right?
You made it. Let alone knowing that was just the beginning of the iceberg.
And it was crazy because you and I, Shauna, we used to go to the games together with Sean, my little brother who passed away 2.5 years, almost 3 years now.
Yeah, July will be 3.
3 years. Time flies by so fast. You know, we used to take him to the games all the time. You and him used to always picking on each other. He used to always put ice cream on your nose and face. Just crazy stuff. Like for Yandel to even recognize me again, it was so special. That moment right there. I'm like, dude, if this ends right now, I'm content. I'm happy. Just awesome and overall, right?
But did it end there?
No. And it's crazy. So we fast forward back to your birthday. We have dinner plans, but before I'm like in the car and Caesar starts FaceTiming me and I answer the FaceTime very unsafely as like I'm trying to turn. And then my phone keeps trying to play
Don't text and
music.
drive.
Yeah. So I just turn it on and my phone's playing music and I'm just like, Caesar, what's happening? I'm driving. And I hate like being on my phone while driving. And he's like, Shauna. And I'm like, what? Like, what? He's like, I'm on TV. I was on TV. I was like, what's happening? And then I'll let you finish it from what you remember.
Oh my gosh. So we'll just show the clip here. Let everybody see it. And nonetheless, on national TV, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I was on national. He mentioned me on national TV. He mentioned me.
Before we get going, I just want to make sure everything's okay. Are you all right? Are you going to be able to make it through tonight till tomorrow?
I'm going to re-quote Mitch Marner. Let's just flush that one down the toilet.
Done.
Put it behind us.
Good.
I got a special surprise for tomorrow, but we're not going to get to that right now.
We'll do that later on.
That's the tease.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Might want to
Stay
flush
with
the
it.
I gotta
jersey
wish a
down the
happy
toilet.
birthday, though, to a big Florida Panthers fan, Caesar. I've been going out with him online nonstop, but I got to wish him a happy birthday. He's been dummying me. Him and Andrew are essentially bullying me online right now. So happy birthday, Big Caesar.
But would you wish him happy birthday if the Leafs had won the last game?
Probably. Yeah, we've been going at it pretty good.
See, and look at that. Still a nice guy deep down, right?
Still good sport.
He's probably
Yeah.
the MVP, so I got to wish him a happy birthday.
But
Yeah,
nonetheless,
this it for
with
me.
the,
'Cause
with
we
the
were all
with,
like, hate
right?
this. And then
It
I was like, okay, this is why I love hockey players because they're so nice,
Yeah.
even when they're mean.
It's crazy because like working for the media side and at Broward College learning the backgrounds, ins and outs of production and the TV, you don't really have that much time in between each segment with all the sponsors, the time limited time you have. For TNT to allow Biz to do that speaks a lot of volumes. So shout out to TNT and their crew. And dude, Henrik Lundqvist was there. Like one of the best goaltenders in the league, which
one of the best looking goaltenders in the league.
Cameron does all the things that I don't have to.
I mean, come on, look at that guy's jawline. Are you serious?
Dude, that moment for me did it. Like everything else was like cool, but this was like the cherry on top. And I've had so many people. I had one of my best friends, Kristen, who I haven't talked to in like 10, 15 years, call me and said, dude, I seen you on TV and they mentioned you on national TV. Who is this Paul Bissonnette? I had to like literally explain the whole story
They didn't know the lore.
they don't really know like who he is. He's a former hockey player, and what started from a chirp just ended up being something big. And I think that's one thing I really appreciate, like him taking me using being able to use his platform to just not only inspire others, but to gather the hockey community and bring them together. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That message right there meant more than anything in the world, meant more than me beefing with you, Biz, because like that right there shows what a genuine guy you are. I still hate you though.
But yeah, like again, thank you so much, Biz. You really put Caesar on the map. You're like Taylor Swift and he's Travis Kelce. Put him on the map. And I also want to thank you to the listeners, to the people on X and Instagram and Facebook and at the arena for sharing all the support for Caesar. And we also want to ask if you guys want to share this podcast, if you want to hear the full lore. That's why we really wanted to kind of break this down after the series and go through it all, because there's so much going on and there were so many videos and the momentum was just building and building, where we're like, we have to like reflect on this because it felt
like it lasted literally the whole month. I mean, shoot, we only just played Game 4 against Carolina and we're at the end of May.
I know, right?
It felt like that Toronto series was legit 3 weeks.
I felt like I aged 3 years with that series.
It was literally the longest series I can remember. Yeah. I think it was longer than the Edmonton Oilers series last year.
Maybe
we were up 3-0, and then they ended up coming back, and then we're like, and that series was long, but no. Great job, Shauna. Because there's a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram that don't really know the backstory to this, right? Because they don't have X, and X is like a platform where you can like share different stuff that is kind of like not family content, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So it gave me a chance to, so it gives these people a chance to go back and get to know the backstory of it. And so Game 7.
We don't want to talk about Game 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to talk about Game 6 a little bit, right? Because Biz even said, I got a surprise for you for Game 6.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, we got to talk about your new best friend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Arch nemesis.
But again, we could bring this back to how everybody in the hockey community, for the most part, is really rooted down genuine, nice people. Because I don't think anybody that was with you, that saw you with Canadian Oldie Caesar, would have a bad thing to say about the guy.
Right.
One of the nicest dudes we met.
And we were all freaking out too. What's the surprise Biz doing? Is it him? Is it somebody?
It was crazy, right? Hold on, let me pull up the video. Here we go. I found the clip here. Thank you for the help of Cameron here. All right. And this is where Busy Boy said he had a little trick up his sleeve for Game 6, which I kind of thought, we'll talk a little bit about it after, but for those of you who don't know, that's Canadian Oldie, his little secret weapon. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
Some breaking news on this podcast as to how we're going to turn this series around. Oldie is in Fort Lauderdale. And that's the
No,
breaking
it's not.
news. I have
No, it's
sent
not.
Oldie down to Fort Lauderdale, not just by himself, with my lucky yellow shirt. And we will be infiltrating that building tonight in Sunrise. And he is going to bring the positive juju for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's going to be at the Florida Panthers end and warm-up with the Leafs in 7 sign. And we're going to pull this victory off on the road. And we're going to drag them back, just like Connor McDavid said. We're going to drag them back to Edmonton. We're going to drag them back to Toronto. I see that look on your face, Whit. I know you weren't expecting this, but all that positive Leaf energy, we're not keeping it, wasting it in Ontario. We're sending it down right into the heart of the fire. We're going into Sunrise.
You could send Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmore, Stumpy Thomas. You could send them all. This thing's done.
God, I love Wit.
Also, can I say too, when I saw first, we were all like, "Who's Canadian Oldie?" And we like looked him up, and I'm like, "What is this guy?" And we were all trying to like really like dig into him, and you can't really find much about him except that apparently he bandwagons from fan to fan, which I did get him to say he would wear a Barkov jersey. So maybe if we want their Juju, I don't know.
Canadian Oldie, me and him are. We'll get into it later, but
I did recognize that yellow shirt. I'm like, I wonder if he's wearing yellow because of Biz. I didn't realize it was Biz's shirt, but Biz should have realized they lost when he wore that yellow shirt. So that was a unlucky yellow shirt, I think, right?
Right.
That was the first game or the second game.
Well, I know that Canadian Oldie wore it to also Game 7 and to Game 6. So it might have been good luck for him for Game 6, but it definitely wasn't for Game 7. That's for sure.
No, for sure. And, you know, when he said that he was going to bring a surprise, I'm like, okay, is he going to bring something like to like mentally block me or to like a joke, an inside joke? And when he sent Canadian Oldie, I was like, you gotta be kidding. I was sitting there working at the same time and I had the show in the background and on Spittin' Chicklets, and you see Canadian Oldie on the beach in front of Elbow Room, just having a blast. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Really? Like, this guy's gonna be in my ear all night. He's gonna be chirping me nonstop. I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Right, and he almost got kicked out of the arena.
Oh my gosh, it was time to prepare. I was like, okay, I can't let him get in my head. This is it. So we ended up going into the arena, and his buddy Dale, who works with Spittin' Chicklets, awesome dude, texted me. He's like, "Hey, Caesar, we're behind the net. You know, we'll meet you up there as soon as we get up there after warm-ups." And little did I know is that they would have something for me. Shout out to Busy Boy, Spittin' Chicklets, Canadian Oldie, Dale, Merles, and everybody on Spittin' Chicklets for them doing this for me. And I don't think you guys expected this, did you?
No. They had a whole goodie bag for you.
So let's kind of show the clip here. All right, so we got that. All right.
I appreciate you guys. Oh my God, Cease, what's up, baby? Let's go. Cease, what's up, buddy? How are you, dude? Nice to meet you, brother. Nice to meet you.
Real quick, I thought that was pretty cool when he saw my face. His reaction was like, "Oh my God, it's BigCeaz." I thought that was pretty awesome. I'm like, "Oh, hey, he knows me."
Oh yeah.
This one's a battle, hard game, lots of energy, lots of hits.
You better bring your big ass game on.
I know, I got him. I got to bring everything. I'm trying to bring all the energy I got. I'm trying to bring all the juice. I just got in trouble for having every time with the movies.
You're right.
That's how it goes, though.
You know what? This is our house.
I know, and you're right, Cease. You're right. Well, you gotta have a good time when you have a good time, right? But I appreciate you, man. Let's go. Hey, we got you some stuff. We got you some stuff, bro. We got you some stuff, baby. Let's go. We got you some claws. Go. We got you some claws. This one's mine. I don't know if you do. We do like him. As a guy from Toronto, we don't really like him, but as a Canadian player, he's a great hockey player, bro. Are you okay with this season? Dude, he's a Canadian. He's a great hockey player, man. I love him. Dude, course, buddy. I love you too, bro. I love you too.
Yeah, even more reason for us to get some Dairy Queen now, right?
Dude, that right there was like awesome. Like my phone was
Not pictured in that video too. They also gave you the Stanley Cup pillow
Which is
too,
right behind
which is
Caesar.
right behind them.
me.
That
Yep.
thing is huge, by the way.
It's the size of Caesar.
Yeah,
literally.
yeah.
But shout out to
Like,
Canadian
cuddle it at
Oldie, Dale. What an amazing job. Amazing that they did that. Spin chiclets, sending them down, or for Paul sending them down. Man, that was such a special moment that I'll never forget. And we have a picture as well on my Instagram that we took together, and literally those guys are a class act. They met us after the game. We took them to their Uber, and we just literally talked like we knew each other for a long time. Really down to earth guys. And what's so cool about this is like Canadian Oldie and I have become really good friends. He texts me every day. We FaceTime every day. Got a chance to meet his wife, his kids, wished his daughter a happy birthday the other day. Really great guy. People like that you don't meet every day. So behind the scenes, like they're really good people. And you know, please show your support to Canadian Oldie. Like all his stuff. He just started selling some merchandise, some T-shirts. I just bought one myself. So you know, guys like that really deserve our support because there's not many people in this world like him.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing too with sports. We get so caught up in the hoopla and like the fighting and the banter.
Yeah.
To realize that a lot of this actually comes from love. It's like coming from the love of like repping your team, the sense of community. And it's one of those things too where I think some people take it the wrong way. And unfortunately, Caesar has gotten a lot of like negative comments. But
I love
like
it.
a duck, it rolls off his back. He just keeps rolling, no matter what the haters say. But I think at the end of the day, we do need to realize like this is a sport. It's fun.
And at the
It's
end
supposed
of
to
the-
bring us together, not apart.
Exactly. At the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing. You and Canadian Oldie and me and Shauna, we all want the same thing. We just want to see our team hoisting that cup at the end of the day. And we just want to forget about, you know, how bad a day at work you had, or the fact, you know, like what you said, Caesar, you know, you do it to get your mind off of the things that you're going through, whether it be your health, whether it be what's going on at work, whether it be what's going on with someone else in your family that you're worried about, that you can't see them, you know, it takes your mind off of it.
Yes. And, you know, kind of going back to that, thank you for sharing that and telling us why I started this platform. Growing up as a kid, like I was never given any limitations. Sure, I wasn't able to play in organized sports, but in my neighborhood, I was able to play the sports that every day that you guys all play because my friends and family treated me as normal as possible. I played hockey. I used to play street hockey with my friends. I'm blind in my right eye, actually, from playing hockey.
See, look at that. You even got a hockey injury story.
Yeah. Caesar, who do you think has broken more bones, you or Biz?
That might be a close one. I don't know.
My money's on you.
But yeah, I broken my arm playing hockey, trying to trip my brother with the stick. Just things like that. And you know what? Even though I've gotten injured, I went back out there and did it again. I learned my lesson. I did improve on not getting injured, or kind of been more cautious, you know, learn from your mistakes kind of aspect. And that's the thing with life, you know, you learn from your mistakes, try to be better every day. Like I always say, one shift at a time, one period at a time, one game at a time, right? And that's how we got to approach life. And, you know, what a great opportunity for me to do this. This is why I started this platform. I've always looked up to people like Troy Aikman, Deion Sanders, the hockey players, the Panthers, the Atlanta Braves, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of people I looked up to. And now being able to have people look up to me, it's just mind-blowing. It's really special. And, you know, it just shows you why, you know, there's a reason why I'm here. And I'm so happy that I'm able to show my platform and use my disability as an ability, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because this is your dream, is talking about sports and having
Yeah.
people who want to talk about sports with you and recognize you and forming that sense of community. So again, thank you all. And if you guys want to help Caesar's dream come true,
Like and subscribe.
like and
Please,
subscribe,
like,
follow
subscribe.
him, Instagram, it's Caesar Inspires,
Yep.
BigCeaz on X, got the BigCeaz Show on Facebook and YouTube. So again, we appreciate it. And if you even want to take the moment and send this to somebody who was like, what's happening? Who's Paul? Because Caesar would kept saying, Paul said this. I'm like, Paul who?
Busy boy. There we go.
Busy boy.
And it's funny because now people at the arena are like, "Where's Busy Boy? See, where's Busy Boy?" It's so awesome. But yeah, it's such a great opportunity for me to do that, to share my platform, and we want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please share, like, and share with your friends. Have them subscribe. Come on the journey with me. I have some awesome guests coming up too. That's going to be really awesome to have. Eventually, I want to start doing live shows, so that way you guys can interact in the chat, get to know all these people. So eventually we'll get to that. But let's go into Game 7. Wow. How did you guys feel about Game 7?
Two best words in sports, man. Game 7, right?
You know what?
I'll say this, because of how much anxiety I had Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final last year, I feel like I played it very even keel throughout the day. I wasn't stressing. I was just going about my day like as if it was a normal day. And then the game kicked off, and then all of a sudden the nerves were right there. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to blow it again, aren't we?
Well, I will say the Panthers in Game 7 have always been a good thing.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel confident. Like Game 7 is our territory. That's where cardiac cats really come to play. They're really good under pressure, which I think is part of their strategy sometimes, because they know other teams are not good under pressure. So they're like, we're going to hold you to the fire. And guess what? We're going to make the fire even bigger. So good luck with that. And we're going to score as many goals as we can. So,
like Cam said, I wasn't really nervous for this Game 7. I was actually feeling confident. And I don't know what it is. I think the team, with the adversity that they dealt with last year, and they had the players, most of the players from last season. And I think Edmonton is a much better team. No slouch in Toronto, because I thought Toronto played one heck of a Game 6. That was probably their best game. But I wasn't scared. But here we go. We have Busy Boy had a little message before Game 7, and
be Leaf.
Hello there, Leafs Nation. Biz here with my final State of the Union address before tonight's Game 7 against the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. And I know some of you might be a little bit nervous, but don't be. And you'll probably come at me with the Biz, we're 0-7 in our last winner-take-all elimination games. It doesn't matter. But Biz, Paul Maurice is 5-0 all-time in Game 7s as a head coach. It doesn't matter.
Actually,
why does it not matter? Because our good friends at Rogers and Sportsnet are sending in Oldie. Oh, yeah. That same Oldie that went down to Sunrise and went behind Bobrovsky in warm-up and brought us that Juju, he's going to be there tonight at home at Scotiabank. And it's going to be a doozy. And the last thing I'll leave you with is just remember, this is our year, and this is our game. Are you a believer? Go, Leafs, go!
To be fair, if I was a Leafs fan and I watched that, I would probably be ready to run through a brick wall. to be fair. And I'm pretty sure they were going into that Game 7.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he brought the bad juju in the Leafs. Because when he showed up to the Amerant Arena, we lost, and he brought him to the Toronto Maple Leafs Arena. Which arena is it again?
Scotiabank.
So he literally brought the bad juju there. No offense, Canadian Oldie.
The bad juju to the whole team, home team. So keep that in mind, Biz.
So during that, I saw that video, and I was actually off, and I was like trying to think of a video to come back to him at. And then I have this punching bag that I use from time to time, but I haven't used it in a while. And I brought it out. I'm like, dude, let me just do a couple of punches on it. Have some Rocky music in the background. He got the Toronto Maple Leafs hyped up. Let me get my Panther fans hyped up. Let's kind of show the group what what I did here. Don't worry, the volume's off.
I was gonna say.
So, you know what's crazy about this? People started telling me, man, you should have put Biz faces on there.
And
I was like,
someone photoshopped it.
Yeah,
right?
and
And they actually did it for me. So there you go.
That sometimes the internet works good like that.
Yeah.
As I was gonna say, this episode is actually about the good of the internet and hockey, to be honest.
Right?
Ooh, look at it. You just look like you did 12 rounds versus the champ.
It was
Let's
12
go,
rounds
baby.
right here, game 7. Oh man. But oh my gosh, everybody started loving it. They started private messaging me, just the comments on there, just the love and support from everybody. And I think Paul, or Busy Boy, he was like, man, that was great. Here's another quote from RA. He's like, haha, great shit, Caesar. Just, the creativity that I had with this. And I think the thing is, like, I had so much fun with this. I can't believe it's over. But if we do play Edmonton.
Oh, you got Ryan
Whitney
Whitney to go back and forth. Yeah, you got
And Biz.
Oh yeah, and Biz. Biz will
And
definitely
Biz,
jump
yeah,
in.
but you'll
But I
be
do
hopping
have
on that.
a question, Caesar. If Biz became a Panther fan, would you like that, or
No.
would you tell him
No,
no?
stay away from the Panthers. Stay far, far away. Stay in Toronto. You can stay in Edmonton. Do not step foot near Florida. Not
Do
until
not
after
wear
we-
any Panther gear.
not until after we win the cup. Though.
So now he might
coming
see
up.
this and actually not listen to your advice, and now he might jump on the
I
bandwagon.
mean, you
just
can't
to
give him
fight
any
you.
ideas there.
I don't know if I don't think so. I feel like he's too Canadian through
Yeah,
and through.
yeah.
Canadian oldie might come to the Panthers.
Hey, I got a Barkov jersey right here waiting for you, Canadian oldie.
Hey, it'll be nice
It's
and
all
tight on
yours,
him.
bro. Yep. But yeah, that game was crazy. I ended up going with your sister Sierra, my wife, and my mom. We ended up going to the watch party, and when we were watching the game, I couldn't believe my eyes what he did on TNT, and we were all watching it. And when I saw that, here's what I did. I'll share it with you guys.
Yeah, the internet went wild with
Yeah.
what he did.
Well, because he's, you're
He
supposed
literally,
to be.
I was gonna say, he literally started the funeral before the game started.
He was lighting the candles and
Talk about putting the
Yeah.
juju out.
Yeah.
He knew. He put the candles out. He's like, okay, it's a funeral.
You said
He
it was.
needed the rosaries.
You said it was the funeral. I texted people. I was like, he's performing like Santeria or Brujeria or something on TV. What the heck?
Oh my goodness, it was crazy.
He's trying to manifest.
Yeah, he manifested something.
And then I ended up going right up.
And you got everybody at the watch party too. You could hear him booing Biz. Like,
I was like,
get him out of here. Boo.
But dude, he literally brought the juju on himself, man.
Yeah.
And man, what a game. I think that was one of the best games Seth Jones had, right? What an acquisition. A lot of people were hating on him.
Who?
Seth Jones.
Who? Seth Jones.
There we go. Him and Brad Marchand. Credit to Bill Zito. If he doesn't win the GM of the year, I bet it's rigged. It's
Bill
rigged.
Zito's Stan account right here.
There we go. For those of you that don't know, definitely follow him on X.
Yeah, Bill's been deserving that award for quite a number of years, and I think it's long overdue at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But yeah, so what did you guys think of winning Game 7? What a great things of event that happened through Game 1, where it all started with my video, to Game 7 to finally winning, and it was such a special moment when we
And
finally
even
won.
after Game 7, when you got on the Spit and Chicklets podcast.
Oh my gosh, the one time, like it was such a crazy event. So it's crazy because Canadian Oldie called me right after the Panthers won, and he's like, "Congratulations, bro! Your team deserves it. Very well played. Your team's a better team. I think they have a chance to win the cup. You know, we love you, Caesar. You're a great guy. Continue what you're doing." And just for me to get that phone call from him, I really appreciate it. He's such a class act. And then Biz too. He sent me a private message. Great series. Good job, legend. So like for him to call me legend with like all these other players, you know, I don't consider myself a legend, you know, but for him to say that means a lot to me.
I think that shows too. I think that shows too how much of an impact it had on everybody who was really following along with it. Because, like I told you too, even in my fantasy hockey league group chat, I was sending almost everything back and forth, and they were even sending stuff back to me. Like, "Did you see this one yet?"
Right? It was crazy. I couldn't believe the amount of love and support that I got from everybody, and then for them Spittin' Chicklets to message me. And this was when they ended up having a surprise on the latest episode of the Spittin' Chicklets. I believe it was episode 564.
Yeah, guys, before we move on, I did have one more guy who wanted to stop by and say hi here. A little surprise here for Biz.
Busy boy. Busy boy. Let's go.
I thought it was over.
Let's go.
I thought the torture was over. Big Caesar, how the hell are you doing after that game?
Oh, I thought it was a
7
video.
victory?
Is he live right now?
Oh, he's live.
I'm fucking live, boys. Let's go.
Caesar!
Steve, where are we
Holy
watching the
shit.
game this week?
Man, that was a beating. Literally. We literally put you on my fucking knee and slapped the shit out of you.
You know what? 'Cause you showed up, I'll do another one for you, Caesar.
Let's
I forgot
go.
about this.
Caesar, were you nervous at all after 6? Were you nervous at all after
no.
you met
You know-
Oldie?
There we go. No, you know what? I give Biz credit though. I give Biz credit. He got his good game plan for game 6. He distracted me. Canadian Oldie. That was a great game plan, distracted me. That whole day, my phone was blowing up. I was distracted. I wasn't focused. But you know what? I'm like, game 7, that's it. Fuck it. I need to lock in. And that's it.
Well,
We had to lock in. The boys locked in. They finally played Panther hockey. And Bob was outstanding. But wow. Just like, honestly, that moment, I will cherish for the rest of my life. And it will be on there forever. And like that was a dream come true to being on Spittin' Chicklets, one of the most popular hockey podcasts in our country, right? In the world.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
So, and then like people just coming up to me afterwards saying, "Caesar, I saw you Spittin' Chicklets. You're freaking awesome, bro. You did an amazing job." And you know, it was so crazy because like leading up to that, I'm like, what do I say? What do I do? And then, you know, one of my friends, Heimel, shout out to you, Heimel. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Like you've been such a great support. You know, thank you for being always there for me and continue to mentor me throughout this journey. But he's like, just be yourself. Just be yourself, like in those videos. And that's what I did. And they saw the real person. They saw my personality. That's who I am, right? And I think that's what made the show so authentic.
Yeah, and I think, and especially shout out to Heimel too, because he was the first one that you got your season tickets with for the Panthers.
Right.
And it was just so cool because you kind of like fit right in and you did a good mix of the banter and a little bit of your story, which I think it's one of those things where when you hear it, it's so much to realize a person's been through so much and also is like so funny and so witty and like so full of life. It is cool to see how you can manage the balance of the two and like share the story and realize, like, you know, things that make you happy are hockey, and having this opportunity for them. And they even gave a shout out to your podcast, the BigCeaz Show.
For the
So
Big
it's
C
so
Show,
cool, the
for them to even
platform.
say, let's get Caesar to 10,000 followers. I mean, that was amazing. I honestly thought I was only going to be on there for 5 minutes just to give them some shit, and that's it. But they gave me literally like almost a half hour, and I was just blown away. And it was just like sitting back, like when we go out and eat dinner, or when we go to your house or you come to my house, we were just shooting the shit. And that's what it was. And I think people saw that. They're like, man, this guy's like one of us. And, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, I'm as normal as you. Like, I might have a wheelchair and I might look different from all of you guys, but I'm just as normal as anybody else. And, you know, just for them to give me an opportunity on their platform for me to share my story was really awesome. And I can't thank them enough. Like, the thank you is not enough. And I truly appreciate it. But when we do win, when we do win, because I think we'll beat the Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow. We're recording the day before on May 27th. When we go to the Stanley Cup Finals, our boy Whitney, what he got all from that interview, he's like, I'll let you guys listen.
BigCeaz, honestly, talking to you, like, it's resiliency, like what you've been through in your life. It's so incredible, like, that this is what hockey does. Like, us three get to meet you through hockey. And my main takeaway from talking to you is that you're scared of the Oilers if you meet us.
I'm not
really
scared.
what I could see.
I'm not scared because you know what? In order to be the champion, you got to beat the champion. So bring it, Wit.
Oh,
bring it,
back on.
Bring it, Wit.
Yeah.
I'm not backing down, baby.
Very true. I love it, buddy.
So this is going to be a very interesting Stanley Cup, to say the
And
least.
you know, in your defense of saying to beat the champ or to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. You did say that to me for quite a number of years about us not being able to get through Tampa Bay, and I was like, I don't care. I don't want to play them anymore. I don't want to play them anymore.
And
oh
look
my
at us
God.
now, Cam.
Well, and
Look
not
at
only
us now.
that, we beat them one time in the playoffs, and that was just so happened to be the year that we actually won the cup. So, you know, you do have some weight on that statement. So I hope we still can run through Edmonton. I hope they don't run through us.
I think we can.
I think
We'll see.
it's
Who
gonna
knows?
be.
The stars.
Hey,
could surprise us.
Yeah.
I was going to say, listen, the Florida Panthers are better than last year, I think. They got better players. So is Edmonton. Remember, we were up 3-0 in the series, and I think we've learned from that.
Yeah.
I think we're better defensively, and we're better offensively. So look out. Look out, Edmonton. Don't take us too lightly. Like I said, one shift at a time, one period at a time, one game at a time. But go check out that episode of Spittin' Chicklets. It's episode 564. And you know what's crazy? When I woke up and I started watching that episode, you know who I first saw? Matthew Tkachuk. I'm like, so I got to come on here after Matthew Tkachuk? What the heck? I'm like, dang, I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, pull that off. But speaking of the Tkachuks, what an awesome opportunity I got last night. Cam was with me. Mama Tkachuk recognized me when
Like
we were in the suite.
beeline to you also, I must say. Like we
was-
saw her coming and like I just see her staring straight at Caesar, and I don't really hear what she's saying. So you say what she
She's
said.
like, oh my God, you're Caesar. BigCeaz. We've seen you on Spin Chicklets. My family loves you. I was just like, what? And she's like, I'm Mrs. Tkachuk. And I'm like, what?
And
Like-
if you look at that picture too, you can even see that it says Tkachuk on her phone case too.
But I wasn't even looking
right
at
there.
the phone, like, because you know how many people came up to me yesterday? Cam could attest. Normally, people come up to me in general, but over the last couple of days, it's been overwhelming. It's been
it was
unbelievable.
obscene, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you had to drink Pink Whitney yesterday for every time you saw someone who saw Caesar, would you be done with the bottle?
I would have probably gotten through a bottle by the end of the first period.
Oh my
Honestly.
gosh. So
probably even before we got to our seats. Maybe
Right?
not. Yeah, probably before we even got to our seats, I would have been
So-
done with a whole bottle of Pink Whitney.
For those of you that don't know the backstory, so we go to the arena. Anybody that says my name or recognizes me, everybody that's with me has to take a shot.
So but he says this, and it was fun at the beginning of the season when it was like maybe 6, 7. You just take a couple sips of your beer 6 or 7 times. That's fine. But now we're getting to the point where we're in like 30 people. We hear, even in our seats, we heard somebody go, Caesar. Caesar.
Oh, before the game started.
Yeah,
like
we're
right
both
after the
turning around
national
like, where
anthem.
did that one
The
come
players are
from?
about to
Where?
drop the puck, and then people screaming my name. I'm like, what the? Like, literally, that is insane. And then there's people like little kids, like, and their parents are like, that's the guy. He's like the mascot. And I'm like, what the heck?
I also remember hearing somebody walk by us yesterday. They didn't say anything to you, but I remember hearing them walk by us as we were coming in, and they lean over and they're like, yo, that guy's like super famous.
Dude. And then people are recognizing me from my TikTok and my TikTok videos and
Matthew Kachuk hair.
The
Matthew
Matthew
Kachuk
Kachuk hair.
haircut.
That thing blew up. Oh my goodness.
You even have like Leaf fans want to take pictures with
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
At, like, one of the games.
Dude, it's been unbelievable. Just the amount of support. And for Mama Kachuk to recognize me, I will never forget that moment. She like literally just like forget everybody else. Like, there's Caesar. Let me go say hello. And then for her to say like the family loves me, just like wow.
And we went down there by chance too yesterday.
Yeah, that was like, let's go down there. And Cam was a little hesitant at first. I'm like, no, let's just go, bro. And he's like, okay, fine.
Because of the elevators.
The elevators, and we had to go to a different elevator too to get to it, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah. See,
it worked out.
So, Caesar, question for you: what else could make your hockey experience even better than everything else that has happened to you? Like, is there anything else that you're like, I wish this happened?
You've already seen the Panthers win the cup. You've met Mama Kachuk. You've been on Spit and Chickless.
You hugged Paul Maurice.
Honestly,
You beat Biz.
I beat him pretty bad too. Honestly, just bringing the hockey community together. Just for those of you who are see me at the arena, don't be afraid. Come up to me, talk to me. I'm as normal as you can be. Take a picture. I don't bite. Only if you're Paul Bissonnette.
And if I'm there, I'm more than willing to take the picture, so you don't have to take a selfie with them. It makes it a lot easier.
But honestly, I would love to sit down one-on-one with Paul Maurice and have an interview with him, just to be able to talk to him about life, hockey in general would be a dream come true, because I feel like he's such a family man, family oriented. He's got the team fighting for each other, and I think we have so much in common that it would be such an awesome episode. Even if we didn't have it on the podcast, if it was just on the side, that's the ultimate dream and goal of mine.
Yeah, even if you went out to dinner with him and just talk to him.
I think that'd be just as
even more amazing.
What if he takes you to the elbow room or something? Imagine Paul Maurice.
Hey, let's go. Him and the
We'll
Kachuk.
have more people approach them.
Paul Maurice
in normal clothes, no glasses, no suit, a hat.
Oh my goodness.
Or BigCeaz.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's a good question, because he could completely Clark Kent me.
He without
at
his
the
glasses,
parade.
yeah.
You don't
Maurice
recognize him,
looks
right?
like a different guy. Yeah.
Totally different guy. But no, I really appreciate him doing that. And I appreciate you guys coming on and helping me share this story with everybody else. I hope everybody enjoys. Thank you for your love and your support. And please share with others and to think that might benefit from this story or who might enjoy a time of laughter, because honestly, this was such an amazing terms of events. It was one of the best times of my life. It actually felt like I was one of the boys on the ice. So being able to chirp with Biz was the highlight of my life, and I will never forget it. So in saying that, thanks again, guys. Follow, like, and subscribe. Till next time.
Yeah, and if you want Caesar to cover any topics or any questions, feel free
Shoot
to
me a
tweet at
message.
him.
Yep.
Shoot him a message. We'll get it on the next
And
podcast.
definitely leave your comments on the videos. I'll reply to them. I love what everybody has to say. Thanks again. See you guys till next time.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats, go. Woo!